Well, hello and welcome to our special program, Greatest Show on Earth. We're coming to you live from Doha in Qatar, and things are heating up here at the FIFA World Cup. 2 quarterfinals down, 2 more quarterfinals to go, and you've already had 2 semi-finalists, that is Croatia and Argentina. We'll know the remaining 2 today. That's what we're going to be discussing in the next half an hour or so. I'm Nikhil Naz, live from Doha. Joining me from our Delhi studio, Indian footballer Dalima Chibber. But before I go to Dalima, let's quickly take a look at the game that got over yesterday. That featured Argentina taking on a mighty team in the Netherlands. It was a close encounter, finished 2-2. Eventually, game had to go into the penalty shootout, much like it happened between these two teams in 2014. And once again, like it happened in 2014, it was Argentina that came out victorious.
Messi! Come on! Messi! Messi!
How's the feeling right now?
Good! What's the feeling right now?
Massive match. We feel exhausted, man. My voice is gone.
बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे को क्या है ना उसने सेकंड गोल मारा है ना उस टाइम मैच काफी ना
Leo Messi.
लियो मेसी
No any other player.
obviously Messi and last save by Martinez. Implement is a
Let's go! Messi!
Martinez is penalty. Yeah, the last penalty.
Okay, the last penalty. And who is the hero for you in this match?
Messi.
Oh, not Emi Martinez. He saved 2 penalties, crucial.
Mr. Man of the Match.
No, but I think the game was set because of Messi. Yeah, that's what got the momentum in.
And what else do you like in the match? There were everything in the match.
I know there was lots going on. It was like a complete match with all the extra time and penalty shootout. As a Argentinian fan, couldn't have asked for more.
अर्जेंटीना को सपोर्ट कर रहे थे
ऑब्वियसली लेकिन हमारे इसमें मिक्स था बच्चे नीदरलैंड वाले थे और बड़े सब अर्जेंटीना वाले थे
बच्चे ही रह गए जीत गए
हरा दिया इनको हमने
कोई नहीं अच्छा मैच हुआ that was a good match.
अच्छा वो तो ये क्या है ना बात अबे दिखाओ तो यार बढ़िया आप जो भाग रहे हो दिखाओ
यूजर वालों की
दिखाओ हाँ
सबसे बढ़िया मेसी का गेम
हाँ
और क्राउड
हाँ
और माहौल और फाइनली अर्जेंटीना की जीत
वो तो है
इतना
अच्छा
बढ़िया गेम आज तक नहीं हुआ
हाँ?
अभी तक जितने फुटबॉल मैचेस हुए इतना अच्छा
Okay, you heard it from the fans there. Most of them very excited with the way Argentina performed. Dalima Chibber joins us live on the program. Dalima, first up to you. If you're a Lionel Messi fan, then this was the perfect game to watch. It was a Lionel Messi masterclass. Not only does he convert both the penalties that he got in the game, but talk us through about that assist that he gave, which resulted in Argentina's first goal.
I think Messi, we all know that he has been on the peak of his performance, Nikhil, and I think that is what we saw, and that is what we witnessed even through that his first assist. His vision, his ability to be able to put that ball past 4 or 5 defenders and find his teammate and be able to convert that goal. I feel like it was an amazing assist, and then scoring a goal, and then converting on the penalty shootouts again for his team, being there for the team, fighting out. I think we barely see Messi being that aggressive on the field, but standing with his team, fighting it out. This man is doing it all this World Cup, and we can see it. We are witnessing it, and we know that he's going for the World Cup trophy this year, and anything that is there to come in his way, we know that he's going to tackle it with utmost professionalism and with his magical game that we've all been witnessing for a really long time.
Okay, Lionel Messi has been on top of his game throughout this FIFA World Cup. Looks very determined to be winning that title in what promises to be his swan song as far as the FIFA World Cup is concerned. But just looking at the game, Dalima, it got a bit ugly there. We saw scenes, players almost coming to blows almost in that game. On various occasions we saw that. Other than that, a lot of blame game on the referee, saying that the referee wasn't good enough. What did you make of that?
You know, it's a game of football. There's always, in the heat of the moment, there are always arguments. And we know how heated a game between Netherlands and Argentina can get. They have met on several occasions before. And we know it has been, it has been ugly in different ways. And there was so much drama. There were 17 yellow cards and one leading to a red card. So, and a highest that we have witnessed in a game, and especially in a World Cup. So, we know for a fact that both of the teams, how desperate they were for the game, how much they wanted it. And in the heat of the moment, when we know that a team really wants to win, we really they really want to come out victorious, they want to make it to the semi-final, because World Cup is no small stage. And when when in the heat of the moment all the aggression comes out, and we know there are players dealing with each other, there's so many fouls happening, all of this drama is bound to happen. But it was interesting to watch. It was nice to watch, and it was like a really good show. Too much drama, to be really honest, in a football game in a really long time. But for me, I think as a spectator, as a fan, I think it was an amazing game to look at. And even though the game was going into going really late into the night, but we know how we were like glued to the television, just trying to watch this game and hoping that Argentina comes out victorious.
Dalima, that was vindication for the Argentinian keeper. He was, of course, we speak about Messi being the star of the show, but when it came to the penalties, it was clearly the Argentine keeper. And also those visuals that have gone viral of Lionel Messi, when everyone was celebrating together, Argentina having won. We saw visuals of Lionel Messi, the true captain that he is. He went to the keeper, he went to Emi Martinez and hugged him.
Right, Emi Martinez he stood out, and we saw how confident he was. Like the first two penalty shootouts, he was there. He went on the right side. He got the saves, and that was a big confidence boost. And that just says that speaks about the personality of a player, even though criticism and sharing words, it's a part of the game, it's a part of a sport, but what you do on the field on a given day really stands out and speaks for what kind of a player you are. And for Emi Martinez, making those crucial saves and giving that upper hand to the team was very big. And of course, like Messi, I've said that a lot of times, that Messi is a true leader, he is a true legend. And for him, his ability to keep the team together, to keep the team before him, for team first mentality, it really speaks and it really highlights, and we have been able to witness that. And that is one of the biggest advantages that Argentina is taking forward into the competition. They are such a cohesive group. They play together, they come out together, they fight for each other. So I feel like, and that's very evident. And then we could see that how Messi takes the entire team together, that when all the other players ran to Martinez not Martinez, sorry. I'm forgetting his name, but yeah, when they ran to all of them to celebrate together, we saw him run to the goalkeeper and get him together with the team, and then we saw all of them singing along with the fans in the stadium and setting an atmosphere that we have barely witnessed before. And yeah, they were really nice scenes, and we could see how happy Messi was, we could see how happy the team was, and how hard they had worked, and it was all evident in how all of their emotions were coming out yesterday.
Airport, Brazil, airport, Brazil, airport.
How was the game?
Very good, very good. Oh, it's not normal. You heard it. Neymar stop football and go to Bollywood. But Hollywood, no Hollywood. Hollywood is too high for him. He go to Bollywood and stop with football.
One shot. This is the real. This is real. One shot.
Five
We will not win a World Cup with one shot.
He's very sad. We always hoping Brazil will win. We'll have Argentina-Brazil semi-final. So we all are dejected. We are sad. We can't see Argentina-Brazil semi-final.
It's like a dream. From the last World Cup to this one, it's just déjà vu. History repeating itself.
It was a tough game. Well done, Croatia.
Where do you think, what mistakes did Brazil make it?
It happens, penalties always. So it is what it is.
What do you think went wrong?
The game-wise, Brazil is supposed to kill the game from the beginning. They kept a lot of open space. They were not attacking. They give a chance to Croatian team to go forward at all time, so which is completely wrong.
We were surrounded by possibly 99% Brazilian fans, so it's definitely good to celebrate right at the end.
You're going to hoping that you'll take this back home with you? What's in your hand?
I think, yes, in this year. Final.
Okay.
By luck, they have.
That goal was by luck.
Yeah, by luck, for sure.
What do you think went wrong today?
It was sad. It was very, very sad. They missed so many opportunities in the first half and second half. If they played the same as in the extra time, they would have won easily. They would have won easily. They messed up so many times. It's very sad. They can't rely on penalties. Penalties is 50-50.
My friend, I feel shocked how Croatia went to the Brazil. They are lucky, my friend.
It was a heavy match and equal. And Croatia, of course, deserved this on penalties, 100%. And we will win the World Cup. That is 100% France and Croatia again in final like 2018.
Okay, we're coming to you live from Doha in Qatar, and this is where all the action is. We heard from the fans, different sort of reactions, some feeling that, Brazil were unlucky, the other felt that, no, Croatia played really well. Let's listen into the opinion that really matters, that of a footballer. Dalima Chibber still with us. Dalima, what did you make of this game? This, of course, is being viewed as a big upset because Brazil were considered as favourites to win this particular tournament. Where do you think they lost this match?
I think Brazil started off really well. They started off the game really well. They were controlling it, but it was when they were denied of a few early opportunities in the game that they started feeling the pressure that this game is not going to come easy for them. And that is when they started losing a lot of the ball in the middle. And then for Croatia, we found an amazing midfield in Modric, Kovacic, and Brozovic. And they control the game, they control the tempo of the game, and that is where Brazil started feeling the pressure because we did see them lose out on possession. And towards the end of the game, Croatia ended up having more complete passes, more possession of the game. So I feel like that is where, the mentality and in the heat of the moment, losing out on the game, losing out on the opportunities, and just giving away easy balls, that just seemed to take a toll on the Brazilians because Neymar scored a wonderful goal. It was amazing footwork. It was amazing passes in the attacking third. But again, for Croatia, getting that goal, even though it was through deflection, but it was really good teamwork for them and from them. So for them to be able to get that, and we know that Croatia has been unbeaten in penalty shootouts for the past 5 occasions, and we know how strong they are and how confident they are. And I feel like that is where the game started to change because Brazil kind of started taking it really slow when they got one goal up and then they thought that the game had already ended. But, Croatia being Croatia and how tactical they are and how clinical they are, they came back. They were patient. They came back with another goal, and that is where the entire game changed. And as fans and as supporters, even though, even I was looking forward to a Brazil versus Argentina semi-final, we know that is where it changed, and that is when we felt that our heart kind of sank because we know this was going into extra time and this would lead into penalty kicks, and knowing how good Croatia was. I feel like there were lots of ups and downs. That game was an entire roller coaster, to be very honest.
Absolutely. I was at the stadium. I think you summed it up really best when you call it a roller coaster. Right now, there are 2 more quarterfinals to take place. We already know the 2 semi-finalists. The remaining 2 semi-finalists will be decided today. Plenty of fans behind me that have been walking, and the one set of supporters that you see the most here in Doha, no surprise, the Moroccan supporters. But Morocco are up against a very tough team in Portugal. Even without Cristiano Ronaldo, they have a very potent attack. And then there's the big one, England versus France. So 2 major quarterfinals coming up. Let's quickly take a look at how these teams set up against each other.
After securing a thrilling win against Spain, Morocco are now looking at creating World Cup history. They could be the first African nation to reach the World Cup semi-finals if they edge past the mighty Portuguese. Morocco have been rock solid in defence and have conceded just 1 goal so far. But they are up against a side that scored 6 goals in their round of 16 match. A game in which Portugal looked menacing even without their star man Cristiano Ronaldo, who got limited playing time. But in place of Ronaldo was 21-year-old Goncalo Ramos, who scored a stunning hat-trick. He's likely to start tonight as well and may well be the biggest threat to Morocco. Also in action tonight will be the Three Lions and the Le Bleu. The current World Cup holders will be up against an England side that has scored 12 goals in 4 games and conceded only 2. They are high on confidence after a comfortable 3-0 win in the round of 16 match, but Harry Kane's men have their toughest test tonight. And their biggest worry will be none other than Kylian Mbappe. He has already scored 5 goals in the tournament and has set the tournament alight with some majestic strikes. His strike partner Olivier Giroud has also looked sharp in front of goal, and together the duo can cause problems to the England defenders. With a place in the semi-final on the line and a territorial rivalry to settle, the two teams have it all to play for. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Dalima Chibber still with us. Dalima, over to you. We showed how the two teams are stacking up at the moment, but make a prediction. Both games, Portugal versus Morocco, and the other one, England versus France. Make predictions and tell us why.
I feel Portugal is going to have an upper hand against Morocco. Although I know, both the teams come with a certain amount of advantages in the game. We know that Morocco has been unbeaten up until now, till their quarterfinal game today against Portugal. And Portugal does come from a comfortable win in their round of 16. So they're going to come from, they're going to have a lot of confidence. They're going to have a lot of positivity as well. But I feel where Portugal gets a little edge is in the amount of experience and just their style of play. And we know that Portugal really want to make a mark. So I feel like Portugal is going to have an upper hand here against Morocco. And for the other game, between England and France, it's going to be a tough call. I feel like it's going to be a very neck-to-neck game because both the games have too much pace. There's too much speed in the teams, and there are strikers in both the teams that they would that can pose a threat. So in the France versus England game, I would look forward to England doing well. I would want England to do well and go forward, but we know France is no less because France have conceded a goal in all of their games, and we know that there is a certain amount of gap that England will be looking forward to exploit. And when we say that, there is a lot of speed up front for both the teams. So I think I predict England taking the win against France and Portugal taking the win against Morocco.
All right, that's a very big prediction there that Dalima has just made. She's gone with England in that England versus France game. And remember, France are the defending champions. But you know what? If I've been speaking to a lot of football pundits around, talking to a lot of analysts, and like Dalima, most are giving England the slight edge over France. That might sound a bit surprising to a lot of football fans, but I think it's taking into account what's been happening lately, how the two teams have been playing. France probably not at the level that they were at the last World Cup. But Dalima Chibber, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for analyzing the games that went by and the games that are coming up. And if any indication of how the two games happened, if that's anything to go by, well then we are in for a treat. Second day in a row, two exciting games coming up, quarterfinals in the FIFA World Cup. We'll now know at the end of the day who the 4 semi-finalists is. For the moment, this is Nikhil Naz. You could see Moroccan fans here. It's been crowded with Moroccan fans throughout the city. A lot of them have come here to support their team against Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. For the moment, Nikhil Naz signing off. Thanks so much for joining us. We are coming to you live from Doha and Qatar, and we'll keep bringing you the latest updates on our special program on India Today called The Greatest Show on Earth.